Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, good. I was thinking about calling you one of these days.
What else am I hearing?
I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm going to try and turn it down. I don't know. My cat is on YouTube right now.
Oh, really? What's your cat doing on YouTube?
How about I call you back?
Okay,
Hello?
that's fine.
Hello?
Hello?
How about I call you back?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
SFJ1. At this point, it was still unproven whether the new jets could offer the low-speed handling and acceleration that was needed for carrier operation at sea. The XFJ1 therefore had straight wings. In May 1940,
Hello.
I got all kinds of wild stuff in here in the living room, and I don't know what. I figured out what it was though. It was
Okay.
it was it was some kind of YouTube on my phone that was going via Bluetooth to this little speaker that's about the size of an egg, a remote speaker. But at the same time, I have a GoPro camera on the cat's cage, and that's going out over YouTube. I'm just experimenting and learning how to do this. I can now put my GoPro onto YouTube, and
Oh, really?
well, see, I've had anybody that signs up with Google, I think essentially has a YouTube channel, and I got two exterior cameras here at the house that I can control. That I can watch them on YouTube. The rules on YouTube used to be that if you wanted to stream something live to YouTube from your house, anybody could do that. All they needed was like a computer and a camera and a way to get to the internet. But if you wanted to do it mobile, like if you want to go up by the airport and uh, stream airplanes taking off, it used to be that you needed 1,000 people to subscribe to your channel. Well,
Oh, okay.
I have about 390 people that have subscribed to mine over the years, and
Okay.
and I don't actively seek them, but I I was checking how do you live stream from a GoPro, and it's awfully simple, but the thing that I really got out of it was you only need 50 subscribers anymore. YouTube has changed the rules. So,
Oh, okay.
so right now I have a cat that's in the cat carrier waiting for treats, getting streamed to the world. I think
Gotcha.
I think it's under Molly Space Vaughn Space Sunshine. I think if you go there, you can find Tangles the Cat. So
I'll have to look for
yeah,
that.
and
I'm not well versed on YouTube stuff either, so.
well, YouTube is kind of interesting. There's some people that just do it for nonsense like me. Um, but there are other people that use it legitimately. I mean, there is just an awful lot of history on YouTube. Awful lot of history. Now, did you hear about the blimp hangars hangar that burned up down in Orange County?
No, I didn't.
Okay, it didn't make the news there. Do you know where the two blimp hangars were?
No.
Okay, Tustin. They were right next to Santa Ana. In fact, it used to be part of Santa Ana, but then it became Tustin. There was a Tustin. There was a naval station there. I think it's. I don't know if the government still has it, but World War II. There was panic on the West Coast, and they thought Japanese submarines were going to show up off the coast here.
Right.
And so they had a bunch of blimps, not dirigibles. You know, they're not as big as a Goodyear blimp, but they're smaller, twin-engine things with a crew of 2 people that could kind of hover over the ocean. You know, there were no helicopters then. Helicopters hadn't been produced, and anyway, so they in 9 months they built 2 blimp hangars. And to give you an idea of the size of the blimp hangar, they were 300 feet wide, 1,000 feet long, and 17 stories tall.
Wow.
And there was no supporting material in them. So if you were outside and looked at them, you saw these huge things. And if you went inside, the inside was essentially the same size. They were supposedly the largest open wooden structures in the world. Absolutely huge. And they've been a landmark down there, well, ever since the war. And one of them caught fire about three weeks ago, burned for 2 weeks. So
It burned for 2 weeks?
it burned for 2 weeks.
Wow.
Well, I mean, you have to figure out how much wood was in one of those.
Well, yeah, and once the roof collapses and everything kind of ends up all piled up, I would imagine it would smolder for
Yep.
a long, long time.
Yep. So, okay, here, we're getting back to YouTube. Anyway, if you go on YouTube, you could put in for your search thing Tustin hangars, and they would have a history of these hangars there. You know, somebody's made a 25-30 minute long history of the hangars. There's just an awful lot of stuff on YouTube.
The only thing I normally look up on YouTube is when Kelly needs a new thing to do this summer for Taekwondo weapons.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of videos for that too.
I'll bet there's thousands of videos for martial arts. Yeah, there have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how many different videos they have on YouTube, but I mean it's a worldwide thing, so
Yeah.
who knows?
So how was your Thanksgiving?
I went over to Don Connie's, and it was a small group. There was just them and their kids.
Really? Yeah. Normally that's usually all we have here is just us and the kids. The first time Caitlin's been here though in many years, because normally she's at Don and Connie's.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. That made Don and Connie, because Caitlin usually would bring a friend. So.
Yeah.
And either Thomas or Matthew might have a girlfriend or something over there, but there was nobody like that. So
Oh.
anyway, so
You can't. Marley wasn't
Huh.
And Sierra is in Missouri with her family. But the rest of the kids were here. Cammie brought her boyfriend. And then Garrett brought his best friend. I think Garrett and this kid met when we first moved in. So Garrett was 2 and this kid was 3.
Uh-huh.
And they lived 2 doors down from us. His family has since moved out of the neighborhood, but he and Garrett have stayed best friends. They do everything together. And now the 2 of them are roommates in an apartment up in West Palm. And his family wasn't around for Thanksgiving, so Garrett brought him over.
Oh.
So it was nice until our plumbing all backed up.
Oh no.
Yeah, the dishwasher and kitchen sink. Couldn't use them at all.
What are you on what kind of a system do you have? You have a regular sewer system?
Yeah, we're hooked up to city sewer. And it's the kitchen being at the back part of the house is the farthest out thing to drain.
Yeah.
None of the bathrooms were affected. They all drained fine. Laundry room was fine. It was just the kitchen sink and the dishwasher.
Huh.
And yeah, we tried dumping the green goblin or whatever it is down there. Did not work. Gavin tried the snake briefly. Did not go. I mean, he maybe went, I don't know, 10 feet. And didn't do anything. So today he finally managed to go the 25-foot snake, and he was just about all the way out before he finally, gunk was coming out on the tip. So it's working now, but all of the Thanksgiving dishes and any dishes that were generated yesterday, just waiting in the kitchen to be done.
Yeah.
So once I got the dishwasher running, I started doing hand washing. So I'm probably about halfway done with all of the dishes. But
I, for some reason, got into the habit after I was single again, was washing them by hand. And after about 2 years, I said, this is stupid. Why don't I use the dishwasher? Well, using the dishwasher takes over an hour to do a load, so it doesn't do anything fast. But it is a super quiet dishwasher. I can't even hear it running.
yeah, ours is super quiet.
Yeah, mine is, I don't know, I think it's made in Europe or something. Anyway, the reason I didn't like using it was the little compartment where I dumped the soap powder.
Yeah.
The door wouldn't stay, I had a hard time closing the door and getting it to latch.
Huh.
It might take 20 slides to get it to catch. So what did I do? Oh, I bought up at Costco. I bought a package of they're wrapped up in some kind of plasticky stuff.
The pods.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Anyway, I bought a package of Costco pods, and I think after I put the first or second one in there, it fixed the door. So there must have been some kind of deposit in there that the regular dishwasher detergent wouldn't take care of, but whatever they got in these pods took care of it, and they've never been a problem since. And I've been using the pods for at least a year now. So and I don't worry about a full load or not. You know, when it gets to where I want to run it, I run it.
Yeah, I probably run it almost once a day.
Yeah.
But before Caitlin moved back here and Marley moved back in, it was just four of us in the house.
Uh-huh.
So it got to the point where it never was full, which is really a weird feeling. I've never had a partially full dishwasher.
Well, you have to get over that.
Oh no, I got over it. It was just a weird feeling. It was like making dinner. I didn't know how to cook for just four people.
Yeah.
I was just used to, you know, you eyeball things and you put in enough that it would feed everybody, and nobody in this house really is big on leftovers, so I've had to work on adjusting things.
I almost always just, you know, cook a single serving for me, but there's some stuff like chili verde and some of those things where you just can't make a single batch of it. So, do you know what pozole is?
I've seen the word, but no, I don't know what it is.
Okay, it's either a soup or a stew, you know, depending upon how you want to look at it.
Right.
It's green chili peppers, some onions, cilantro, and some kind of meat. And I use chicken. I'll buy a chicken, a rotisserie chicken at Costco, and put it in the fridge when I get home. And when it gets nice and cold, I'll just shred the white meat on it.
Yeah.
And anyway, I used the white meat from, I don't know whether it was 2 chickens or one or 2 chickens, and I made up like 2 gallons of this stuff. Then I bought a bunch of Hatch chilies. Were they selling Hatch chilies in Colorado when you lived here?
I don't know. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, you know, Hatch, of course, is New Mexico, and they're well-known chili peppers. And they set up tents up here. There's one in Parker that they set up every year, and you go there and buy your bag of chilies. And when I say bag, they're great big cloth bags that they have full of chilies. And they'll throw them in and roast them right there while you wait for 5 minutes. And
Wow.
and so I did that. I'd never done it before. I did it this time. So I had a bunch of chilies, and when I got home, I let them cool off, and I froze them. And so I got a bunch of them out and thawed them, and chicken, and I bought some jalapenos and like that. And I made up a couple gallons of this pozole. Oh, I forgot one of the main ingredients. Hominy.
I would love anything that used hominy.
You what?
I would love anything that used hominy.
Okay, well, pozole, the hominy is, you know the giant cans that you can buy at some grocery stores?
Yes, I've gotten the big huge one at the Mexican market here before.
Oh, hominy?
Yep, but my kids didn't want to eat it.
Oh.
They're like, ew, that looks weird. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah, I've had hominy occasionally recently. Anyway, I put one of those cans of hominy in my couple of gallons of pozole.
Wow, that sounds tasty.
It's good. You know. Oh, and then to keep it, I had this planned out before I even made it. I'd ordered some 16-ounce containers off Amazon.
Uh-huh.
So I put about 14 or 15 ounces per container and froze them. And all I need at lunchtime is the microwave and like that, and a little bit of time to get them thawed.
Nice.
Yeah. This cat is not making me happy.
Why?
Well, it wants my attention.
Oh. Isn't that the whole point? You have the cat for companionship?
Yeah. I have a toy that I'm charging up for cat right now.
Gotcha.
It's a looks like a coral snake.
We had a racer snake out in the backyard the other day, and the dog didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, in fact, this is fully charged. I'm gonna unplug it and then turn it on. Let me see, you gotta flip that little switch and I'll put it on the floor and it wiggles. It works better on a tile floor.
So how is your fall weather?
I don't know how warm it is today. It got down to 10 degrees. About 3 or 4 this morning. It was at 10 degrees, and probably had 2 inches of snow Thursday evening, Friday, and during Friday, a couple inches of snow at the most.
Yeah, Colorado fall weather was probably my favorite.
Well, we've had snow here one other day.
Oh, we've been in the 80s, so.
Yeah, I could do without that.
Same.
Yeah.
Someday I will live in a colder place.
Yeah. This is so weird. I moving stuff around here, like where the little camera is, the little GoPro camera. I really ought to figure out. I don't think you can shut it off.